Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Geneforge 4. Well, one of the infiltrators is dead. One down, 1, 2, 3, likely the fourth to go. For now though, let's go into the Peripheral Ruins and speak with the Shapers there. We were told to do so. Hopefully they won't be upset about that one infiltrator dying. After walking down a long road lined with abandoned buildings and signs of bloody skirmishes, you enter the ruins of Peripheral. Once the largest and proudest city in Burwood Province, it's now just another sad pile of rubble. This was the capital of the province when it was controlled by the Shapers. You can still see what is left of the city hall towering above the rest of the city. It was from here that the Shapers governed, and thus it was the first city the rebels destroyed. When the rebellion began, they came here first, and the Shapers were targeted for immediate destruction. It sent a clear message. So intense was the fighting that the city was abandoned. Or that's what you heard. It is settled again now. There are fresh tracks everywhere, creation and human. You can smell cook fires and hear howls and shouts coming from within. Well, we were told to come here, so we're here. Yes, I can see the ruins and such around here. We'll take a look outside eventually, but for now... Creation inspection. Not much there. Yes. Oh, there are plenty of creations around here. Oh, the Shapers here will be friendly to you, and it can be crossed freely. Good. Alright. What is this little building here? Analysis chamber. Protective gear required. Let's not go in there and use 4 living tools, eh? Seems a bit stupid. Actually, you know what? We can just take a look to the south, which leads to Peripheral South Road. Fair enough. Right, back to looking around. Okay. That also leads south. Ooh, that leads east. What's east, I wonder? Windswept Farms. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, there's a destroyed building. That must have been the, bazaar. Looks like it. That or it was just a house. Tall Grass Bakery. Okay, that was a bakery. Okay, they'll allow us in. Those alarms didn't go off. I probably should have taken note of the fact that there were alarms there. Oh. Oh my. Hello. Coins, curing spores. Bar of iron. Ooh, shaped breastplate. I should have taken the bar of iron. Yeah. Grab that one as well. Okay. We'll look around the south area excuse me. You enter the former City Hall of Peripheral. It was a symbol of Shaper wealth and power and was thus set aside for extra rebel attention. The main hall is choked with refuse. The second floor has been blasted entirely off. The banners bearing the symbol of the Shapers have been defaced. Well, that happened. Shaped greaves, also for storage. Huh, there's actually a basement. I wonder what's in there. Fine skin, gemstone, submission thorns. Yeah, I doubt we can really go into there, but we'll find out eventually. For now, still looking around in the southern half. Oh, Jesus! So many! Yeah, theirs are not mine, and I'm not going to piss off the 5 of those things. That would be a terrible idea. And a very stupid one at that. Looks like there was a home in there. Submission thorns. War trolls. Yeah, they are really armed up here. Really prepared for anything. Coins and shielding spores. Do I really need shielding spores? Really? Now that I think about it. Yes. The Shapers... Ah, there they are. You are close to the Peripheral docks. These were mainly used to bring important individuals in and out. All of the diplomatic contact between the eastern provinces and the rest of Terestia came through here. Goods were brought in too, of course, but they were discreetly carried away to the storerooms and bazaars to the northeast. Nothing was allowed to interfere with the grandeur of the walkway to the south. Burwood was a recently settled province, and their insecurity shows. They created an impressive promenade to the south leading up to City Hall. A great expense, now completely gone to waste. Not exactly the best. Is that purple? Shock Troll. Oh, goody. General Alwyn! Hello! This is the leader of this miserably small Shaper camp, hidden deep in rebel territory. He is also the commander of the Shaper forces in all of Eastern Terestia. You meet General Alwyn, and he is very pleased to see you. Despite the fact that he is stranded far behind enemy lines, he looks much the same as he did when you met him in Delame. A little less sleep, a few more medals on his armor, more enthusiastic, but basically the same. Oh yes, my secret agent has arrived. I am glad that you've made it through so many trials. The rebels have done well to eradicate all of our other informers. You are currently my only hope for uncovering the Drakon plot. If you have rested adequately from your journey, let us discuss our next orders for you. Tell me about this camp. This is the Shaper beachhead. This is the humble beginning of the liberation of Burwood Province. We are in a precarious position, but it was a risk we had to take so that we could get close to the Drakons as quickly as possible. The rebels suspect that we are here, or they know, but we have a good defensive position. If they attack, we will hopefully be able to fend them off long enough to get raiders into the Grey Ghost Mountains. How did you get here? The rebels control some of the land, but the Shapers control much of the sea. It was easy to get several living craft into here into the dead of night. Then we sent them home. That was a painful decision. However, it is far easier to hide this camp when the docks are not full of huge reptilian craft. Makes sense. Why did you come here? Isn't that a great risk? This expedition came here because the evidence indicated that the Drakons were getting close to completing their plan, and I came with them because I used my rank to get permission to come. Since I have had such success in my campaigns, the council didn't want to let me go, so I insisted, and while they debated about it, I left. Will they punish you for that? If I succeed, they won't, and if I fail and die, they can do what they want to my corpse. Alwyn tries his best to seem relaxed, but you can see that it's an illusion. His senses are constantly alert, watching and listening for any sign of a rebel attack. Their position here is quite precarious. You need to discuss something. What is it you need? Why was it so important to take this risk? Because the Drakons are doing something truly horrifying up in the Grey Ghost Mountains. We weren't getting anything done about it in Delame. How goes the war? That is a very good question. We Shapers are advancing on all fronts. Control of the land, the air, the sea. The rebels have been routed into these northern lands, and our infiltrators harry them at every turn. And yet we have not won. The power to shape is enormous and volatile. The Drakons in their desperation can do anything horrible you might imagine. Tell me about the infiltrators. There are 5 of them. They came to Burwood before my expedition left. They thought that they were going on a suicide mission. Then they got here and found my camp, a place to rest and resupply. When you meet them, help them if you can. You'll be rewarded. I'll try to send word to them to watch for you and be friendly to you. You believe that the Shapers still might lose? No, but I believe that it is possible for all of us to lose. The Drakons might decide that the destruction of all is preferable to the Shapers being victorious. What are the Drakons going to do? We are not sure. After vigorous questioning, one Servile and one Drake independently said that the Drakons will create something called the Unbound. Oh god, that is extremely ominous naming. Have you learned anything else? No, just getting that out of the prisoners left them pretty ruined. But if past patterns continue, the Drakons will shape a new generation of their kind, with even more power and less sanity. But that process can't continue forever. Someday they will create a race with intense power and total madness. And then... bad news for everybody. Can I get supplies and training? Of course! Were you not promised all we have to offer when you joined forces with us? Shaper Grimm can give you equipment and training. He'll hate it, but he'll do it. I'll make sure of that. Also, there is a traveling merchant named Waldfogel. I doubt that he'll just give you anything, but he's under orders to charge you wholesale rates. What do you need me to do? You need to do more to prove that you are actually loyal to us. Perhaps find and aid our infiltrators. As it is, you have shown worrying signs of continuing loyalty to the rebels. You try to get Alwyn to believe that you are still loyal to the Shapers, but you aren't convincing enough. Well, okay then. At this point, you have gotten used to Shapers regarding you with condescension, or, as happens more often, open loathing. The disgusted look this man gives you pretty much rolls right off you. I recognize you, our spy in the rebel ranks, the one warped by the Geneforge, who would be spared. I am Shaper Grimm. Because I am under orders to do so, I will assist you. He goes on in this way for a while, making sure to stress his superiority to you and the immense value of his time. You tune out for a bit. Finally, he says something that gets your attention. I can provide supplies for you if you have proved your worth, and I will train you for a small amount. I can provide supplies for you if you have proved your worth, and I will train you a small amount, enough to help you survive your mission. No more. You are being forced to deal with me? Of course, you are a creation. In my eyes, you are to be commanded, not aided or parlayed with. Only your special utility to our cause gives you a measure of independence. And of course, I believe you are working for us out of greed for power or fear of death. You do not owe true allegiance to our cause. And what do you think will happen to me when the war ends? If you follow your end of the bargain, whatever you were promised, we Shapers keep our words. You will even keep your word to a creation? This question gives him pause. Probably, or we may command you to release us from our word, and when you refuse, deem you a rogue and destroy you. It is not my affair, but I would recommend against making any long-term plans. Shaper Grim continues to speak with you. Well, speak at you. His tirades about the superiority of Shaper discipline and the weakness of the rebels are starting to get irritating. Yet, you endure it. You don't think that I am loyal? It is not that. It is just that I don't care whether you are loyal or not. I care no more about your motivations than, say, the deep desires of a squirrel. You are a thing I interact with, that is all. Gee, thanks. You have supplies for me? General Alwyn is quite a patron. He gave me several items with instructions to give them to you as a bonus for acts on our behalf. When you have done things to help the Shapers, come to me. I will reward you if word of your further renown has reached me. Do I merit a reward right now? At this point, considering how little you have done for us, you are lucky that we don't attack you. I could use some training. And I can train you, reluctantly, and only after the General has given you a mission. You meet Helton, a mage of remarkable skill. However, since he is not a full Shaper, he is treated as little more than a servant. You speak with him for a little bit, but you don't get the chance to plumb the full depths of his resentment. He tells you that you should go talk to the Shapers. Okay, so, we need to do more to help them, to get them to trust us. We're gonna have to help the, remaining ones that we can help. Porifra Bazaar. Otherwise, yeah, they won't help us at all. And we won't be able to speak with them or do anything. Oh well. I do know at least one that we can help. That one guy asked us to take care of some, what were they? Whatever they were. Cultists. We can do that. In a rebel base, this sight wouldn't be unusual. In a Shaper camp, it is bizarre. It is a servile sitting by the fire, reading and thinking. When she looks up at you, she seems bright and independent. Hello, I am Kiki. I know what you are thinking. I am not an ordinary servile. Please, be at ease. Alwyn told us that you might be coming. I wanted to speak with you for reasons of my own. You are a very unusual servile. You are indeed correct. I am a new variety, shaped and bred for a combination of independent thought and total obedience, like a servant mind in that way. I am pleased to meet serviles like yourself. It is very interesting, but I am at a deep fundamental level different from yourself. Please do not be intimidated. You are a whole new type of servile? Yes, the Shaper Council in their wisdom ordered our creation to infiltrate the rebel ranks. Creating serviles with our mental abilities was a risk they deemed acceptable. Of course, when the rebels are defeated, our continued existence is questionable. What do you mean? Since we are so independent, we may have to be barred like the Drakes. Eradicated, I mean. I hope this does not happen soon. It brings me such joy to serve the Shapers. I would hate for that to end. Okay. Kiki continues to calmly sit and take notes. Occasionally, she stops and gives you a reassuring smile. Please let me know if you want to talk more. I enjoy conversation. You were shaped and bred for obedience. Yes, it was a difficult trial and error process. Total obedience combined with independence is difficult to create. Many serviles had to be shaped and discarded before the few like me were made. Doesn't the fact you have to be discarded bother you? Of course it doesn't. I was made so that it wouldn't bother me. I am proud that it doesn't bother me. Uh-huh. What does Alwyn have you do?
I am a spy. I blend in well with the rebels. There are a few areas controlled by the enemy that I can't infiltrate. When that happens, Alwyn gives me money to spread around, to bribe the rebels to get what I need. Since I am a servile, they never suspect.
Why did you want to speak with me?
I wish to bribe you. I will expend some of the resources Alwyn gave me to obtain papers from areas in the rebel strongholds I was not able to reach. There have been only 2, I am proud to say.
Where's the first place you want me to infiltrate?
Letalia's chambers in Durenton Freehold. I was in there but briefly. They have 3 boxes full of papers. Browse through them when nobody is looking. Copy down anything relevant about hidden camps or troop movements.
Where's the second place you want me to infiltrate?
Peric's chambers in Ilya Safe House. The papers there are probably out of date since most of the rebels fled Ilya province. I still want them, though. They should contain the names of many rebels. This will help us to track them down when they arrive in Burwood province and try to blend in with the locals and refugees. Sneak in there, steal or copy the papers, and bring them.
That's all for now, thanks. Okay, we might be able to do that. There is a miserable woman sitting against a wall, ignored by all of the Shaper forces around her. She looks like a rebel warrior, the torn clothes and damaged armor, the stains left by a recent hard journey through the wilderness, and when you meet her gaze and see the haunted look, you know for sure. This is a fellow rebel. Not a prisoner, but for some reason sitting here in the Shaper camp.
You are working with them too? I am Shotwell. Please don't worry, your secret is safe. And please don't do anything to get the Shapers to punish me.
You recognize me?
I saw you once during the campaign in the Fens of Azarath. I stayed away from you. I was afraid. Of people who use the Geneforge, I mean. I had no idea that you were working for the Shapers. Nobody did.
What are you doing here?
I gave up. I couldn't take the fear anymore. I couldn't stop thinking about what it was going to be like when the Shapers won. When they found me. Imagine Symfiora's fangs. Tearing. Ugh. So I took action.
You think the Shapers will win?
Everyone does. You must. Otherwise, why would you be here?
You took action?
Yes. Nothing fancy. I just waited until we marched into Burwood province. Then the first night, when it was dark, I ran. The dark didn't trouble me. I'm from around here. When I was free, I came home.
Where is home?
This was my home, until the rebels destroyed it. When I saw that nothing was left and that the Shapers were here, I turned myself in. Told them anything they wanted to know.
Why did you join the rebels?
You think I'll say anything against them now? Don't ask that again.
And what will you do now?
Anything I can do to prove myself so that they will spare me. I fought a lot, I suffered a lot, and in the end I decided I want to live, whatever it takes.
What are you doing here? Oh, we already looked through that. Where are you going now?
I don't know. The Shapers are trying to decide what they want to do with me. They think I'm an asset, but they don't know how to use it. So I wait.
Who will decide what happens?
I think Agent Miranda will. That is what I was told.
Once again, you meet Agent Miranda. Despite the precarious position of this Shaper camp, she seems more relaxed than you've ever seen her. She sits cross-legged on the pallet, drinking a goblet of wine and enjoying the fire.
Oh, it's you. I hope you don't intend to talk business with me. I'm just taking a much-needed rest before I go and get myself into real trouble. But you're welcome to have a drink with me if you want.
You don't have a mission right now?
No. Here's a secret for you. We Shapers don't always work. We aren't always thinking. We don't like outsiders knowing it, but we like to rest our feet sometimes. Same as other humans. Of course, I have a good excuse. My next mission is a pretty miserable one. Alwyn wants me to get a good night's sleep first.
How long has it been since you've had a vacation? And I have a feeling that being trapped in Southforge Citadel probably didn't count.
What decade is it now?
Right. What is your next mission?
I'm going up into the Grey Ghost Mountains. I'm going to go to where the Drakons are doing their shaping. Maybe Northforge Citadel, maybe not. And I'm going to stop them, and probably die trying. Right now I'm just waiting to learn precisely where the Citadel is, and that is where you come in. So you should go talk to Alwyn if you haven't already.
You don't think you will survive?
It doesn't seem likely, but I've been in worse. And hey, it's not like I'd live forever otherwise. Seriously, you think you're going to survive? No, we all die. The question is how much of a difference we make in the meantime.
That's one way to think about it. Agent Miranda takes another sip of wine. Though it looks like she's drunk quite a bit, she still seems entirely sober. The self-control of the Shapers is remarkable. Anything you can tell me about this camp?
Turn around. Everything you see from this spot, that's our camp. Pretty miserable, isn't it? We're in the heart of rebel territory, and this is all we have. So why did you come here? Because this is where we need to be. Take that as a measure of how seriously we take the threat of the Dracons. Whatever they are trying to make, they are going to warp the power of shaping to do as much damage to the world as they can. We're fuzzy on the details, but we're clear on that point. How did you get here? Oh, get the details from aisle 1. These logistical details are interfering with my drinking. Any help you can give me? Didn't you hear? I'm on break. Get training from Grim, buy supplies from Waldfogel. Actually, I might be able to help you, and you can help us. How so? She points at a glum soldier sitting in the corner. That's Shortwell. She was a rebel. She walked into our camp a few days ago. She turned herself in, wanted to surrender. She'll help if we spare her. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? We've learned all we can from her. Now we don't know what to do with her. Why don't you take her with you? She can fight. You aren't going to kill her? We shapers aren't the heartless monsters the rebels claim. I imagine after the rebellion is crushed, most of the humans will be allowed to return home after some sort of suitable punishment. Only the rogue creations will have to be absorbed, except of course for a few exceptional specimens like yourself. What will I do with her? Fight, I imagine. The rebels know nothing of her treachery, so you will be able to take her with you without making them suspicious. Huh. Agent Miranda said that you could travel with me. This is not pleasing news to her. Back in the field? Back in danger again? But I want to... I'd hoped for better. Why don't you come with me? I will not. I've overheard them talking since you got here. You haven't been very helpful to the Shapers. Questionable loyalty. I think that going with you won't help me prove my obedience. I will take my chances and see what other job Agent Miranda comes up with for me. Good day. So I need to be, ooh, okay. I need to be more allied with the Shapers before she joins me. Okay. There's a guardian sitting at the table. His helmet is off and he is grimly chewing on a hunk of moldy bread. He looks pretty old to be out campaigning and he doesn't look pleased to see you. He sets down the bread, takes a swig of water from a tin cup and says, I'm Guardian Coroner. Alwyn told me that I can make use of you. Get your orders and go. I don't talk to your kind more than I have to. Coroner. Coroner. That name sounds very familiar. Where have I heard it before? Tell me about this camp. I won't tell you anything I don't have to. Look around yourself. That's all you need to know. You don't want to talk to me? The General tells me that we have need of your kind, craven traitors and spies to assist us, so I won't kill you, even though a rogue like yourself deserves no better. But the rebels have taken so much. My home, my master. I won't deal with you any more than I am forced to. Where was your home? I lived on Donor's Isle, the largest of the Ashen Isles, a proud and rich land until the rebels took it over and defiled it. I will do what I can to purge the rebels from Terestia. I will kill all of them that I can, and then when we invade the Ashen Isles, I will be the first ashore. He was in the last game. He was the one who kept us from seeing the main Guardian there, wasn't he? Who was your master? Before the rebellion, I had the honor of serving Lord Rahul and Lady Najali. The finest, purest shavers I have ever heard of, but they made the mistake of trusting a traitor. When the rebellion came, they fought, and they died. I will never forgive for that crime. Guardian Coroner carefully picks some bugs and bits of mold out of his bread with his fingers. His gauntlets make it a slow job, but he doesn't want to take off his armor. When he gets a bit of bread to a suitable state, he puts it in his mouth, chews it unhappily, and starts picking out another bit. During all this time, he doesn't say a word to you. You have a mission for me? I do. Before I came here, I was in Ilya Province. I trained and prepared 5 infiltrators to slip into Burwood Province. They have been harassing the rebels. Miranda has brought me messages from them. They are doing well, but they could use assistance. Find them, speak with them, find what they need, help them. If you do this, I will give you rewards that Alwyn gave to me. What do the infiltrators need? Talk to them, they will tell you. Where are the infiltrators? In the lands to the southwest, between here and the fens of Azarath. Wander, keep your eyes open. I will send word to them not to attack you. The only one that might be difficult to find is Guardian Dameron. Miranda said he was trying to infiltrate the Drakon fortress. Foolishness. He is probably hiding near one of its gates. I have helped one of the infiltrators. Oh, good for you. And now you come to me with your handout. You'll have to do more than that to get a reward.
Well, we'll help a second one at least. And we'll get a reward for that. Gruel. There is a tinker sitting at the table, eating a bowl of gruel and staring dejectedly off into space. His enormous pack sits on the floor by his side, full of all sorts of trade goods. When you get his attention, he tries to work up the energy to sell you something. I'm the tinker Waldfogel. I travel the roads, trading and talking, meeting people and... Oh, I can't manage the powder anymore. Look, you want something? I'm selling stuff to shapers at cost. I might as well. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be on the road? Not anymore. The rebels figured out what I was doing. They find me on the road, they'll gut me. If they don't torture me first. I have no more future here, so I'm just waiting. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for the shapers to come take over so I can safely travel to Western Terrestia to make a new life. Why did the rebels hate you? Well, I was never for the war. I was neutral, and then I saw a way to keep favor with the shapers and maybe stay alive. I traveled a lot. I saw things. Useful things. You were a spy? If you want to call it that. It doesn't matter. I got found out. They tried to kill me, but I managed to escape. Used a speed pod to outrun my pursuers. Came here. Now I have no future in Burwood Province. That's the first time I've heard of some random regular Joe actually using a speed pod or some pod other than healing. I just realized, you never hear about this in anything else. This is just a regular guy, not a shaper, and... I don't know. Waldfogel eats and mopes. He occasionally looks up at you, considering trying to make some money. Then he gives up and goes back to his gruel. Can I trade with you? Might as well. Alwyn promised that he'd help me get to Western Terrestia, where I might have a future. Might as well build up my inventory. Buying and selling I am. What do you want? Well, we got a fair bit of stuff to sell, so we will sell those items. Like that. And what do you have? Various shaped items and such. We could use those. One of those. Tinker's Bauble. +1 to mechanics. We don't need that. Okay. That's all. Before we go, I just want to take a look, see if we can go up or downstairs here. Because, hey, why not? This was a stairway up to the second floor of the city hall. Now that most of the upper level has been blasted off, the steps extend up into empty air and then stop. Alright, let's take a look at the ones downstairs. This was a stairway down to the chambers under the city hall. The passage is caved in. Whatever treasures or secrets lurk down there, they're inaccessible to you. Okay then. Well, you know what? We have the ability. Let's go take care of those cultists. The shapers will probably be happy for us doing that. Alright, now, just to prepare, we'll cast that on me. We'll cast that and that. The servile cultists are still hiding back there. One of them shouts at you angrily when you approach. Go! Go back! Go away! We will kill you! You're crazy! I'm gonna kill you, cultists! Bye! You're foolish! We have powers! Powers gained by your mighty focus! We will kill you for trying to infect us! Well, that one's probably the main one we need to kill, so... That one's dead. That one's badly wounded. Oh, jeez. Don't worry, I think we'll be fine. A couple of slow spells, though. Okay, 2 dead. 2 more to kill. Okay. And... oh, jeez. Almost got him, though. This is not gonna be hard at all. Will you stop that? That is why I hate slow. Okay, there we go. Cultist dead. Donal's banned! +2 to melee weapons, +1 to strength, +1 to leadership. Yes! Yes, please, yes! I will take that. I will definitely take that bonus to leadership. Yeah, we lost a point in that, but we'll get it back at some point. What else was there? Actually... oh, that's just a battle pod, okay. Fine kebab. We can eat a kebab? I didn't even realize there was a kebab. Shaped blade. Yeah, that's gonna be a save. Okay, now, let's go tell the Shaper up here what we did. There's gotta be some... Actually, is there anything on the other side of this bridge? Is there? Not much. Maybe something in this pot? No. Okay, well, fine. Alright, let's go find the Shaper and tell him. There he is. Oi, we got news for you, pal. If you would stop running, we can tell you. Shaper! Shaper? Shaper. The servile cultists are dead. Excellent! And in return, since we are now safe and have some time to spare, I will reward you with the gift of knowledge. Sit and listen. Shaper Krogstad gives you a quick lesson in spellcasting. He seems to enjoy it. Perhaps he was a teacher before the war started. Soon your skill with the spell Major Heal has improved. Yay! Even though we can't cast it. Yeah, we can't cast Major Heal. We need a skill of 7. Okay, now... let's go to the Shaper camp. Maybe they'll help us now. Alwyn. Actually, first, I have helped some of the infiltrators. Good, but you haven't done enough to get paid. Alright, Alwyn. Damn, we're still not convincing enough. Great. Okay, we'll need to do something else. Maybe we can get one of the papers? Let's see. Maybe we can get the papers from Ilya's safe house. They did say they're... yeah, they're out... those papers are out of date. They wouldn't be very helpful, so... let's go to Ilya's safe house to get the papers. Why not? Right, so the papers should be up here. Hopefully they won't get upset with us. Let's see. Oh, there's something back here. Ah. Torture room of sorts. Okay. There is a lone guard watching this back hallway. He runs up to you, very annoyed. You aren't supposed to be back here. This is where we store our important things. Rebel or not, nobody comes here without Peric's permission. If you don't leave, and I mean now, I'll sound the alarm. So go. Okay, okay. We'll just sneak by. Like this. Okay, now. This small chamber is full of paperwork. The shelves on the north wall are covered with scrolls and ledgers, all recently made. You inspect a few briefly. They are the records of the rebel army of Ilya province, troop positions, movements, supplies, all of them completely out of date. The rebel army was trapped and destroyed in what is now called the barrier zone. Good. Let's see. Oop, actually, close the door, make sure nobody sees. There we are. Okay. This box is full of records. However, unlike the other records in this room, these are not out of date. They appear to describe the locations of all rebel supply caches and hidden troops in Ilya province. The Shapers would greatly value this information, but giving it to them would do great damage to the rebels. Pick up the papers and slip them into your pack. Maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Ah, jeez! No. Ah, crap, crap, crap. I have an idea. I think I'll just leave my creations out here. They'll be able to tell me where the guard is. Okay, the guard left. Go, 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 go. Okay, well. That was taken care of, but I'm not sure if we should give this to them now. Then again, it is all stuff in Ilya province and the rebels have left. On the other hand, the rebels would be pissed when they find out about this. I don't know. Maybe we should aid another infiltrator or something. I don't know. I don't know. We may have to. Ah. You know what? I think we'll not turn it in quite yet. We'll save that for another time. Maybe we'll find the last infiltrator and help him, or find other ways to help the rebels and to help the Shapers and get on their good side. Or maybe we'll get more persuasive. We are almost at a level, but god damn it, we can improve leadership. Ah! Yeah, I shouldn't have put all those points into those magic. Oh well. We'll figure something out. Oh well, next episode we'll take a look at the areas around that place. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I am Chester44, that is Enrique, Moyes, and Faye. This has been a Geneforge 4 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.